Hi there, Peter from Vox Singing Academy here, and thank you very much for watching this extended version of this particular track. You are in for a treat here because we are going to be covering the 3 points of this song. Number one, you will see me sing the song in its entirety, and it is my version and my interpretation, and I hope that you like it. Number two, I will be reacting to the live version of the original artist singing the song, so it's a reaction video, and we'll be finishing up with me giving the singing tutorial about how to sing the song exactly how the artist intended. We'll be going over every little nuance so that you can sing the song. I hope you like these 3 videos. If you do, share, like, click, subscribe. Most importantly, if we can help you or someone that you know with this singing, that's what we do best. We guarantee results in 3 weeks if you follow the teacher's instructions. We give online singing lessons worldwide and also face-to-face singing lessons throughout Australasia. Check out the links below. Enjoy the videos. Peace and much love.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to meet to go over everything. They say that time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. Try to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter, it clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore. Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town that rhymes with something like hell? There's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside. Try to tell you I'm sorry for breaking your heart, but it don't matter, it clearly doesn't tear you apart anymore.
without any further ado, let's get stuck into the next React video, and it is Adele, Hello, live at the NRJ Awards. Now, I haven't watched this video. I don't watch any of my React videos ever because I want to keep them as fresh as I possibly can. Now, this video is going to be a part of a three-part series where I've sung the song, I've covered the song. I'm also going to do a tuition video on how to sing the song, and I'm going to break the song down line by line and go over every little nuance of the whole song so that everyone knows how to sing the song. And I'm doing a React video to it here as well too. So without any further ado, let's get stuck into Adele, Hello, live at the NRJ Awards. I don't know when the awards were. I don't know how many years ago this was, but let's just go into it and let's just keep it fresh and live.
Hello, it's me. I was wondering if after all these years you'd like to me to go over everything. They say the time's supposed to heal you by ain't done much healing. Hello, can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be when we were younger and free. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference between us and a million miles.
Okay, I just want to stop it there before we break into the chorus. Now, I know this song very, very well. I've worked on it numerous times in singing lessons. It's an amazing song. I love the song. I went and seen her live with my mother. It was an amazing, absolutely amazing experience, and her voice was fantastic. So, first and foremost, she has amazing eyelashes. I'm sure that they're artificial. She's great. I'm just trying to compute where I'm going to start with this. First and foremost, she's really focused. She's really focusing on this song and she is right on the money. She is phenomenal here, okay? She's excellent. I couldn't fault her. You have to be, because she's basically just singing to a piano here and she's got nothing to hide behind. So she's just closing her eyes, focused, really standing and delivering. Her microphone technique is great. Her articulation, pronunciation, diction is great. The only thing that I could probably notice is that with her breathing, it looked a little shallow. It looked a little, I can sort of see her breathing up here. So I would like her to possibly breathe a little bit more through her diaphragm. She has absolutely beautiful nails and beautiful eyelashes, beautiful hair, beautiful everything. But besides that, she was right on the money. But that's the only thing that I could basically say, is that I would like her breathing to be a little bit more through her diaphragm. Her pronunciation is really great. Her focus is amazing, and her passion is great, and her pitch is really great. Let's jump into the chorus. Can't wait.
Hello from the other side. I must have called 1,000 times to tell you I'm sorry for everything that I've done. But when I call, you never seem to be home. Hello from the outside.
Now I'm going to go into a lot of detail in this chorus in my tuition video, so you can check that out there. Now what she's doing in the chorus here is not easy. First and foremost, she starts off hello from the other side. Big, full-bodied, true voice using a crying technique. Really nice smiles to get the sounds up and forward as well too. So she's singing this quite firmly and she is giving it to it, but giving it to it with a crying technique. Now she doesn't overdo the crying technique, so she's nearly got that soulful sound, should I say, that bluesy sound in her voice. It's a little bit husky. Her breathing is right on point. You have to stay right on point with this particular chorus because it's very, very difficult. The phrases are quite long, and then she goes in and out of falsetto as well too, which is very, very, it's tricky. You have to be really focusing doing what she's doing here. And again, I'll go into a lot more detail in my tuition video, but this is Adele's, they're her two strengths are her cries in this area here and her in and out of falsetto. She does this on Never Mind I'll Find, that big hit, Rolling in the Deep. She goes in and out of falsetto. That is her shtick. That's what she does really well, and she uses it a lot, and she repeats it a lot in songs, and that's what she does here. She's absolutely phenomenal. Band's not doing that much right now. She's really focusing, standing and delivering, not doing any moving at all, besides a couple of hand movements. I did see her do this little thing like this when she did a bit of a run. She actually did it with her hand. And that shows you that when she's practicing this song at home or doing trills or scales, she's doing this as well too. So that's to kind of help her out and get that particular run that she was doing there. But absolutely fantastic. Let's go through the rest of the song.
Hello, how are you? It's so typical of me to talk about myself. I'm sorry. I hope that you're well. Did you ever make it out of that town where nothing ever happened? It's no secret that the both of us are running out of time. So hello from the other side.
Okay, so that's the example of her big cry, a crying technique. And this is a basic technique that we teach every student pretty much. She's executing it really well. Nice big smile, diaphragm's working quite well for this big breath here. She's sitting in a comfort zone here. It's high for her, but not too high. She's doing it really easy. Looks like she's really enjoying this performance as well too. Let's keep it going. I'm going to break this chorus down a little bit more, give you a little bit more detail here. She does a little bit of a run on the other side there as well too, which was nice. Change things up. Big breath here and then back into a similar phrase. That tricky bit to tell you so she's going in and out of falsetto here, so it's quite tricky what she's doing. She's breaking her breathing up, so it's really great what she's doing here. It's amazing. She's got a beautiful falsetto, breathing a couple of times. Again, another phrase there with a falsetto in the middle of it, and then a breath. So you got to really stay on top of your breathing here. You can see she's really thinking about the song here, particularly with the expression that we've stopped on here. When I call you, you're never at home. So you can see she's really bringing in the passion and feeling for this particular song here, which is fantastic. And that's what you got to do when you're singing songs. You got to be in the moment. And I love singing because it's like an escapism. I can forget about the whole world. I'm just focusing on the song and just being present, trying to deliver the song the best that I possibly can. Let's keep it going here.
Never seem to be home.
So I just want to stop that there, that home. Home! Beautiful. She's got really great mouth movement and articulation, Adele. And any singers that are out there, younger singers, and particularly female singers that are watching Adele, she is a really great singer, great technician. I know she went to some conservatorium, the same one that Amy Winehouse did. Sorry. The same one that Amy Winehouse did. I'm going to grab a drink here. I'm not going to edit this out. A little bit of fluff then. Swallowed it. But her mouth is absolutely phenomenal. Her technique is great. Her hand movements are good, really in the pocket. Let's keep it going. Okay, so just with that last anymore that she just sung then, in the original track, she goes up and does that in true voice. She goes to a big high note in true voice. She went an easier and a safer option. So through that bridge that she just sung then, she was going, ooh, she was doing those falsettos, which was beautiful, absolutely fantastic. And you know, a lot of these live performances that at these award shows, you know, sometimes they get the artist to, mime to it. I wouldn't say Adele is at all miming to this, because she's actually changed the song up a little bit from the original version that she sung, like the last note that I've just picked up there. So, I don't think she's at all miming. Maybe the band isn't completely live, but look, they've got things mic'd up, so it looks like they would be. But she is definitely singing this live. She's done some different runs, some different bits and pieces in the song already, and some different breathing in the chorus. And as I said, I know this song very, very well. I've covered it, sung it numerous times in classes. Let's take it to the end of the song here. Okay, phenomenal performance. It really, really was. And it was really nice to see her smiling at the end. So she looked really happy at the end of the song. I don't know what she said at the end. I'm not quite sure. If anyone knows what she said at the end, please let me know. Okay, so a couple of points here. For her higher notes, I would have liked her to use her diaphragm a little bit more, because she did raise her head up a little bit, which creates a little bit of tension in the voice. You can hear my voice is starting to tighten up a little bit. I would have liked her breathing at times be a little bit more through her diaphragm. Other than that, it was a perfect performance. Her pitch, the number one point when singing is always pitch, and her pitch was absolutely right on for the whole song. She was really focused. She basically just stood still, stood and delivered, had a couple of hand movements. Her breathing through the chorus, pardon me, is not easy. And she absolutely nailed it. You have to really stay on point with a lot of Adele songs. Adele doesn't make things easy for herself when she's singing songs. Rolling the deep, the breathing in the pre-chorus before the chorus is really difficult. So she does sing a lot of long phrases and doesn't make things easy for herself. And she did it fantastic. Her in and out of falsetto was spot on. Her volume variances in this song as well too. So the verse starts low, then it comes up to that big chorus, the big notes in the chorus, and then it goes in and out of falsetto. It's a perfect structure for a song and a perfect build-up. It really is. It's a perfect song. And with most people, the first time that you heard this song, I just went, wow, that's an amazing song. That's a hit. And everyone, I remember I bought my mum the CD of it, and I listened to the CD from start to finish. And I just went, hit, amazing song throughout that particular album. That's all I basically got. She was phenomenal. Microphone technique was great. I think that she did an absolutely ripping performance. I would call that easily a 10 out of 10. And you can tell that she was chuffed at the end as well too with her performance as well. And so she should be. She's put in a lot of hard work, and she's had a lot going on in her life with different things, the divorce, and I know that she lost a lot of weight, and a lot of people had to go at her about that, and it takes a lot of hard work to get to where she is within her body, and also as being an artist that she is, and she's phenomenal. That's all I've got. If I missed anything, let me know, comment. If we could help you or someone that you know with this singing, that's what we do best. That's what we pride ourselves on. Hello by Adele singing tutorial is going to be best suited for male singers, higher male baritone singers, and particularly tenors. And for females will be contralto, the lowest range, and the middle range, the alto female singers. This will be best suited for. Now you need advanced skills with this. It's not for beginners. And intermediates might be able to get through it, but really you need advanced to nearly professional skills with this, because there are quite hard parts in and out of the chorus, very high, long sustain notes in the chorus. And then in and out of falsetto and the breathing is quite difficult, and the phrasing is quite difficult. So I'd be calling this an advanced song. Now the lowest note that you have to sing in true voice is a G below mid C. So it's not that low. Most contraltos and altos would be able to sing that, and maybe even some sopranos might be able to squeeze down there as well too. The highest note that you're going to need to sing in true voice is an A sharp below high C. Now, that's not that high for females. It's very high for me, particularly to sustain it for the length that Adele does. And also she changes those high notes up and does some trills and runs and movements in them as well too. So it's not an easy high note, particularly because it's sustained for quite a substantial amount of time. Now, the lowest note that you need to sing in falsetto is an A below high C, and the highest note that you need to sing is a G above high C, which is quite a high note. It's a very, very high note to sing. So that's the basic rundown of the Adele song. If you haven't watched any of these tutorials before, please check out the glossary that's in the description below before you start, so that you can follow all of the markings that are going to be right here on the lyrics. So there's a glossary, and that will really help you get the most out of this particular tutorial. Without any further ado, let's get stuck into it. Okay, so the first line of this song is going to start off at 1 3/4, so it's quiet. We use gears from 1 to 4. There's going to be a pause and a breath after hello, and then the volume's going to come down to 1.5 at the end on me. Let's have a listen to the first line.
Hello, it's me.
So it's pretty simple. Hello, it's me. Now I'm singing it a little bit louder than what she is because Adele's naturally got about 4 or 5 notes naturally on top of my voice. She's a female, I'm a male. So I'm singing it a little bit louder than what she is just to get the pitch and to get the notes. Let's keep going with the next line. It's going to start at 1 3/4. She's going to push away wonder, after, years, and over. Now this is a long line. Now as I said, this song is quite tricky. So the breathing is going to go all the way through. So make sure that you take a big breath here, okay? Because we have to go all the way to over. Let's have a listen.
I was wondering if after all these years you'd like me to go over.
Okay. I was wondering if after all these years you liked me to go over. Now, she holds out meat. She doesn't breathe after meat. Your turn. So push pause. Your turn. Now again, for the best results, please follow these instructions. Look into the mirror. Watch what your mouth is doing. Look at your form and standing up as well too. Okay, so hear me. Watch me, and then into the mirror practicing after me, pushing pause after every line. Now, she's going to say everything quietly here. She's going to have a breath after everything. Now, it says BB. That means big breath after everything, but just let's listen to everything. Okay, let's go over the next line.
Everything.
It's quiet. Everything. Okay, now, really important. You've got to take a big breath here because we're going all the way through this first verse right to healing. Now, she's starting at 1 3/4 and she's going to end at 1.5 by the time she hits healing. She's going to push away time, heal, done, and healing. But take a big breath. Okay, so breathe through your diaphragm. Let's have a listen to Adele.
They say the time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing.
They say time's supposed to heal you, but I ain't done much healing. Your turn. Now there's no breath after heal you. There's no breath. She joins it all up. Your turn. Let's go to the next verse. So this is technically, let's call it the second verse. She's going to do a little trill, a little run on this hello.
Hello.
Still 1 3/4. Hello. Your turn. Now it's really just a push away. It's not a trill. Hello. That's what she does. Okay, she's going to breathe there. She's going to push up here and a breath after me. Let's have a listen.
Can you hear me?
Still 1 3/4. Can you hear me? Okay, so she's pushing up, hear me, breathing here, okay? Again, we're going to, next line, we're going to push away Fornia, dreaming, who, and be, and then we're going to breathe after be. Still 1 3/4 going to push those 4 words away. Let's have a listen.
I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be.
I'm in California dreaming about who we used to be. Push those 4 words away. Your turn.
When we were younger and free.
Okay, now she's pushing away younger. She's bringing free down. After free, you're going to take a massive breath. Okay, and that's a pretty simple line, so I'm not going to sing it. Okay, you've got to take a big breath here. Okay, through your diaphragm, because she's going to sing all the way up to difference. So she's going to push away for the got on the forgotten, felt, world, difference. Okay, now she's starting at 1 3/4 and difference is going to go to 2. So make sure you take a big breath. Make sure we're pushing away those 4 words. Let's have a listen to her.
I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference.
Okay, so make sure you take a big breath. I've forgotten how it felt before the world fell at our feet. There's such a difference. So make sure you're pushing away those words. Maybe even push away feet as well too. Gonna breathe here. We're going to push away between with a cry. This is the first crying technique that Adele is using, okay? Now she's going to go all the way to miles. She's going to go 2 1/4 on between with a cry. She's going to bring it down here, okay? Let's have a listen.
Between us and a million miles.
Now she's going between us and a million miles. Now, with million, she does it in 3 parts. Million miles. So make sure you've got the 3 parts there. Make sure you're bringing between up with a cry, okay? Now, we've gone over first 2 verses, okay? I'd call those verses. I wouldn't call that a verse and a pre-chorus. I'd call those 2 verses. We're going to go into the chorus here. Now, we're going to really change things up. She's going to change gears here and really take it up now. She's going to use a really big cry to get on top of this side. And you have to sing an A sharp here, but you've got to sustain and also throw a trill in as well too. This is not easy. We're going to start at 2 3/4. And the side is going to go to gear 3 with a massive smile. Let's have a listen to Adele. So big cry. So we're going to start with a hello. So we've got to cry like that with a 2 3/4 at the start. Okay, so it's hello from the other side. Big cry, big sustain, a little bit of a run there. Okay, let's keep it going. You've got to take a good breath here because she's going to do the same thing on times, but she's going to put another trill on times. But 2 3/4, big smile on times. She's just pushing that away. I must. So I'm starting with a ha. So it's a I must have gone 1,000 times. So she just pushes that times away with a note that goes up. Okay. So try that there. Using a crying technique. Let's keep it going here. Okay. Now, we're going to drop the volume down. Now this gets tricky here. Okay, so let's have a listen to this. To tell you we're gonna stop and breathe. The tell and the I'm are in falsetto. They're lighter in volume. She pushes up the you with the cry. This is not easy. Let's have a listen to her. To tell you okay, so that's what she's doing. It's a tricky note. Tell and I'm falsetto, but push up you with the cry. Your turn. Now, she's going to push away sorry with a cry. Now, technically, she doesn't breathe after sorry. I put a breathing slash after sorry because I think there's there's enough time to take a breath because you want to go all the way through here up until the you again. Okay, so this is quite difficult. So I would be saying sorry, then breathing. Let's have a listen. Sorry. Okay, then I'd be breathing here. So it gives you some time because we're going to go all the way to the you. So we're going to breathe there. I'm going to go all the way to you. Now the I and the you are going to go in falsetto lightly. And the call is going to come up with a cry. Difficult line. Let's have a listen. Okay, for everything that I've done, but when I call you. Okay, your turn. Try that. Now, we're going to breathe. Okay, we're going to smile on every. I'm going to breathe after home. So it's ever. Your turn, big smile. Stop and breathe. And then, seems to be home. She brings her volume down on home and she has a breath. Now, that's the first part of the chorus. She is just going to repeat the same thing here. So what we've just done, let's just do a repeat here. She does throw in a couple of more trills on the outside, slightly different on the outside and the tried, okay? But they're the same skills repeated, okay? So I'm not going to go through it. Let's have a listen to her. Well, I'm going to go through it, but I'm not going to sing it. Then breathe, and I'm going to breathe after tried. Make sure you breathe here because the tell, falsetto, you, true voice, I'm. Okay, exactly what we just repeated already. It's a difficult one. Okay, and then the sorry's going to come up. Okay, again, that's the breath there, okay? So you're going to go, for breaking your heart, but it don't matter it, then breathe, okay? And again, we're doing the don't and the it in falsetto and the matter in a cry. I'm going to push up the cry, okay? Now, clearly, big cry on clearly here as well too, pushing it up and then breathing after clearly. Let's have a listen. And the only change is that last phrase there. Doesn't tear you apart anymore. She brings it right down to 1.5. So she's starting at 2 1/4 and bringing it down to 1.5 on that last phrase there. Now, this next verse, it's the same. It's a repeat, okay? I have put in the breath marks for this next verse, but please just go back to what we've already covered in the first 2 verses, okay? The chorus after the next verse is pretty much the same as well too. There is a bit of a difference in the bridge here, okay? I'm going to go the last line of the chorus before the bridge, and then we're going to work on the bridge here. This is where she sings a lot of in falsetto, okay? So let's just take it to that area there. I hope I've got the right area there. Let's have a listen. That's the first one. Anymore. So that anymore, she just flicks the oo to falsetto. So this is the last line of the chorus before the bridge. Anymore. So make sure that goes into falsetto, your turn. Then you're going to breathe here, okay? So we are at the 3 minute and 28 second mark, okay? So we're about to start the bridge. We're going to go into falsetto at gear 2. The any is true voice, and the is again falsetto on true. Let's have a listen to it. In and out of falsetto. Again, all one breath. It's I'll get that down first and then piece it all together. So it's anymore. She goes to anymore and the is in falsetto again. Now, this is the biggest note in falsetto here. She's going to go up to, as I've mentioned, I think it's the G above high C. This is the biggest one. Let's have a listen. So it's exactly the same, just that falsetto on that line goes higher. And that's why I've written gear 2.5 on that particular line there. Now this line's gonna change a little bit, okay? So again, she's gonna do the ooh in falsetto in gear 2, and then anymore goes into a bit of a cry. Let's have a listen to this last line of the bridge, or second last line of the bridge. So that more is not in falsetto. Ooh, anymore. Okay, so it stays in true voice. She keeps it in true voice. That's the third line of the bridge. Let's go to the very last line of the bridge. And here, anymore. Again, again. She just goes to the ooh and falsetto. And that's pretty much it, okay? So the rest is just a repeat now. She's going to repeat the chorus again. So what I want you to do is practice with these skills. Practice along with Adele with these skills. When you've got them down, go with an instrumental version or a karaoke version. Record yourself. If you're sounding good, record it. Pop it on the YouTube. Throw it in the description below if you've got benefit from this tutorial. If you follow these skills, you will improve. Now, we can teach you all of these skills that are shown here. In and out of falsetto, crying, the breathing, the trilling. It's all basic stuff that we teach all of our students at Vox Singing Academy. If we could help you or someone that you know with their singing, we would be absolutely honored. Check out the links below for more info. That's what we pride ourselves on and do the best, is give result-driven singing lessons, guaranteeing results in 3 weeks if you follow the teacher's instructions. If you like this video, give it a like, thumbs up, click share, subscribe. And without any further ado, we're going to wrap it up. Enjoy your singing. Be good to each other, and until the next video, live each day as if it's your last. Peace and much love. Bye-bye.